Hey. Okay. I want to do this video because I want to hit on a couple things. Well, more than a couple things. I'm kind of just gonna go with the flow and just talk a little bit. Let's start off with what nobody talks about. Like, nobody talks about this. Not that I've found, anyway. I have yet to hear somebody talk on the topic that I'm about to talk about. Let me sip. Hold on. And what is that topic? That topic is how humans' free will has been compromised. Yes, let's talk about it. We have a lot of humans out here talking about it's free will, it's free will. No matter what religion you believe in, no matter what name, title you are claiming, and even like the highest mediums, they always talk about this thing, free will, always. And it amazes me that none of them, everybody talks about free will, and yet you don't even know what it is. One. Two, all these mediums in this world, and I'm not saying they're not mediums, because again, as a medium, I understand that you are distributed information differently, one, and differently in different forms and different ways for different reasonings and different messages. And two, we don't always get the same messages or entities that aren't necessarily meant for us. Whether it's to explain to another person. Like, for example, if you are a medium and you meet with an individual, you will only ever get messages that individual is ready for. Okay? The spiritual world is not going to give you more to tell that person than that person is ready for. Because the spiritual world meets us where we are. Okay? We have to remember that. They meet us where we are. So let's get into this free will. Because everybody thinks, like, humans, it's free will. You have choice. Really? Do you? Okay, we're going to get into it. Here's the thing. And I don't know if I should draw this down, because it's always easier for me to see things when I put them on a visual board. Or it's always, I can process things better this way. But understand, for example, let's take this concept, heaven and hell. Heaven and hell. Oh, let's get into it. So we are told in this realm that you have a choice. You have choices you could make, right? You can, let's just do the Judeo-Christian Abrahamic religion way of thinking. Let's go on it, okay? So you have a choice to, well, let's just do the Christian, because not every Abrahamic religion believes in being saved by Yeshua. But so let's just do the Christian thing. You need to believe in Yeshua to go to heaven, okay? Or you're damned to hell, pretty much what they say, right? So you have free will, in meaning you have a choice. You could pick to choose to be saved or not pick to choose to be saved. But either way, it's your choice and your free will. But here's the thing. Your free will has been compromised, people, on this planet. It has. How has it been compromised? Because when you are not given all of your options, you are not freely choosing. Again, how has it been compromised? When you are not given all of your options, you are not freely choosing. If you have the ability to have 1,000,000 options and you are only given 2, you are, again, not freely choosing. Okay? Because you were not given all your options. Okay? This world likes to tell people there's heaven and hell, when there's many realms. And there's always realms being created because we are the people who create them. Yes, you can create your own realm. Imagine that. Imagine that. A lot of things on this planet has you people, humanity, believing that you have to wait until you die to go to heaven or hell. I'm just going to keep it there, okay? Because obviously other things believe in other places, and we're just going to keep the thought frame simple, okay? Let's keep it simple so we don't get stupid. Let's keep it very simple. So you're given those two choices, heaven, hell, heaven, hell, heaven, 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 hell. When there are many realms that one could go to. And not only can you go to the realms already created, but you have the ability to create your own realm. But because you are waiting for then your decision to be made to where you go, you don't choose to consciously create your next placement. Because you're not ascended. Because you don't know these things. Some people need to stop talking about ascension when they really, and again, ascension is a process. During ascension, you're leveling up. So what you would know 5 years ago, I'm specific example of this, you aren't going to know in the next 5 years. You're going to expand on your foundation. And so your thought frame and your perception and your point of view will be different. It will not be the same, and it will not remain the same. Yes, I was once a person who believed in only heaven and hell. Yes, until I worked with my guides, until I worked with my team, until I understood doing the healing work, the lifting of generational curses, ancestral curses, past life curses, this life curses, deep-rooted energy frequencies that are imprinted upon your being and your blueprint, you need to lift off of you. Okay? You need to start discerning what is of you and what is not of you. Okay? Once you know how to do that, then you can start discerning, is it ancestral? Is it generational? Is it past lives? Is it this life? What is it? And why is it on your life? And what is that existence supposed to teach you? Because everything that is on you is supposed to teach you something. And if you're not learning those lessons, you cannot rid those things. You will never rid of something that you have yet to accept and learn from consciously. So, there are many realms to go once you leave here, people. It's not just heaven and hell. Now, there are realms of higher vibration, which that would be heaven. This is what people call heaven, people. It's just higher vibrational realms. Okay? Of peace, love, joy. All of these emotions and feelings are of a higher frequency, which is why it's told to you in the biblical book to live this way. Okay, let's talk about sin really quick, because I'm just like, I'm taking information from all types of people at this point, and I feel like a lot of you people, I don't care how supernatural you are, I don't care how long you've been reading books about being a witch, I don't care how long you've been reading that Bible, most of you still don't know what the fuck is going on. And I'm not trying to be like cocky, but I'm just like, dude, like, just put the ego down. Like, please, so you can learn. Please put the ego down. That ego that's trying to protect you is only keeping you stagnant. And it's hindering you on your own path of ascension. And ascension, okay, so we were ascended beings that fell. We descended, okay? We did fall and descend. Absolutely. Then you forgot who you were, your power, what you are when you're connected within self, when you are connected to your higher self, or what people would call source, God. Well, you could call it whatever you want. Okay? I'm not going to get technical into terms with what you call and what you believe in. It's not my business to do such things. Always leave it to like masculine energy to need to rationalize and things that cannot be rationalized. Ugh, such a hazard to our fucking human growth. Listen, people, you need to start ascending. You need to be working with your guides. You need to be doing your deep work. Okay? We are going through a process, a rebirth, where we have many entities, deities, people could call them aliens. I don't care what you call them. They're higher conscious beings. And they're helping you on your ascension or your evolutionary walk to ascend, to level up, to those higher frequency beings and realms in which you naturally come from. That's what it is. That's truly what it is. I've been watching a couple mediums lately. And I listen, and I want to talk shit about mediums. One, all humans are mediums, and I'm writing a book about it, so we're going to get into it. And by term and definition, yes, we are. So, yeah. Now, are you aware of your own mediumship? Are you aware of your own gifts? Are you tapping into that shit? Are you growing that shit? Are you enhancing that shit? That's a different question. That's a different answer. Just because we're all mediums doesn't mean everybody's doing what they need to be doing to enhance their gifts. Most of them aren't even aware of their gifts to enhance them in the first place. So, that's what that is. But yes, because on this realm and in this planet, you don't have the comprehension that there are realms of existence, many dimensions, many infinite, and you can create them. You can create your own dimension to enter into when you pass away, for your next lifetime. If you consciously do it here on this earth, that's where you're going. People don't do that. You sit around and you wait for what's going to happen to you once you die. You don't create your energetic imprint of where you're going next, because you don't think that you have that authority to do that. And I'm sorry, but you do. I'm sorry that this world, this realm, this low dense fucking planet that we live on lies to you constantly. And I'm sorry that we have people who talk about, I'm a witch, or I've been in the occult, or I'm a psychic and I'm a medium, and they don't tell you this shit. Because guess what? Only specific few know it. For a reason and a season, honey. I love when people try to tell me with their fleshly credibility what they know more than me. It's actually quite fucking hilarious to me, and it happens a lot in this world. But every single time I know that I'm about to quick with them and give them much clever wisdom, and I'm probably going to leave them speechless. That's why a lot of people don't want to have a conversation with me, because you can't keep up, and you know it, and it's intimidating to you, because you look at it as I'm a bitch, or I'm a know-it-all, instead of somebody who's a catalyst to your growth. Just saying. So yes, humans, your free will has been compromised. If you are not given all of your options, then you cannot freely choose. So when you say, we all have free will, guess what? You are in spiritual warfare. And I'm sorry to let you know, but your free will has been compromised. And it's up to you to gain the awareness of how that was. For then you to work with your guides, your intuition, however the divine is guiding you. Because they guide us in many different forms and fashions. And I'm not here to tell you how the divine is talking to you in your life. I'm really not. I can only tell you how they talk to me. That's it. But yeah, most mediums don't talk about the shit. Most humans don't talk about the shit. But I'm going to drop it. We're going to talk about it. Because I'm just sick of people not talking about it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these humans? Where you think that you have free will. How the fuck are you freely choosing when you don't know all your choices? You're not. You're just not. Can we all put that in our brains? Can we all make that connection? Because if you can make that connection, you can stop limiting yourself and your thoughts, your gifts, your powers, your abilities, and you can really start doing shit. Okay? Once you understand your free will has been compromised, you can really start growing your manifesting gifts. I'm not going to say instantly. Like, it's not like if, I want a brand new car, snap my fingers, there's my brand new car. No, but actually when I manifested my car, it took me about a year to get my car, but there was a lot of things that I wasn't doing. I wasn't taking the action, certain steps. I was like, I kind of blocked myself a lot from getting what I wanted. We're going to get into that because that's a whole nother topic of how I'm a manifesting generator. How when my angels guided me and woke me up, and I don't care. This is not about man-made human interpretation. This is not. I'm so sick of people claiming to human fucking titles telling me what I know. And that if I believe in the angels, then I must believe in demons this way. And then I must believe in the Judeo-Christian this way. Don't tell me what the fuck I believe. Never. That is one of the worst things you will ever do, is tell me what I can and cannot believe in. Okay? One, that hinders you as a human being. The more you tell somebody what they can and cannot believe, the less time you are taking to manifest your own things. Do you people understand this? The more you argue with another person about how they're not right or they don't know what they're talking about, distracts you from creating your own reality in this life and the next. People don't get this. It kind of aggravates me and irks the shit out of me. And here we go on the Eve Evolution channel with the ranting. And I will always rant on this channel. Listen, this channel was my journey. This was so I could record my growth. This was not necessarily for other people. This was for me because my angels guided me to do this for myself. Okay? Let me talk to you. Should we really get into this? Like Yeshua, like, should we really get into this? Because a lot of people, one, modern day Christians don't know what the hell they're talking about, and two, a lot of people that want to commentate on Christianity still don't know what the fuck they're talking about. No, they don't. They don't. They don't know what they're talking about. They just do not. They could pretend like they do, but no, they don't. They absolutely don't. I will always claim my foundation because it's where I started. Okay? I've walked with Yeshua for a long time. Since I think I was like 4 or 5, 30 years. And I never believed. I remember sitting as a little girl, like just crazy ass questions that I would have. Like, I remember people telling me stupid shit. Like, I would read horoscopes, and like at seven, like, I don't know, I just would read them. I liked to read them, like, in the paper, like the Southtown, you know. And I would always read the horoscopes on Sunday, like before church and shit. And I remember being told, like, that's evil, and all this shit. And I was like, or that's evil, that's the devil. And I'd be like, how is this the devil? Like, it's not, whatever fucking they would try to tell me at 7 years old. And I'd be like, God made the stars. Yeah, right? Did God make the stars? Yeah, God made everything. Okay. So it's a sin and devilish to read God's stars. It's a sin to interpret God's stars. Really? Because you people take the Bible and you say God wrote it, right? And it's the greatest thing on the planet, and it's what we all should live by, you know? But then, and man has changed it, okay? But obviously at 7 years old, I really didn't know that, like, the Bible was edited. Like, I didn't think like that. I was just trying to say, if God wrote the Bible and that's the greatest thing, then God wrote the stars and that's the greatest thing. And if we could read the Bible, then we could read the stars. You know, simple little shit like this I connected. And I did understand why they were such hypocrites in the things that they said. Obviously, it's because on my channel, I have always talked about this twin flame shit. This is how I know so much. I don't just claim to be a medium. I was given my gifts because I am a twin on this planet. This is why I've been giving my gifts. And I don't really want to go into that twin flame shit because listen, I've been on the walk for such a long time. I understand the twin flame concept was brought into me by the divine so I could balance my masculine and feminine energy and become the alchemist that I am. The energetic alchemist that I am, because I'm aligned with these energies and these higher frequencies, and I work hard to be aligned with them, or consciously aware to be aligned, in alignment, in balance, because I am in balance, have cleared my trauma as much as humanly possible at this point, you know, with as much intention as I could. I am not perfect. I'm not fully healed. I am still a fucking human on this planet, clearly. But I've done more conscious work than many people. And because of this, I have grown to be guided and master being an energetic alchemist. Don't be upset at me because the angel showed me this shit. Don't try to tell me that I gotta fit in your box and the way you see shit on this planet. Don't tell me that. It will never work out too good for you. It just won't. Don't tell me that shit. And people don't like to have a conversation with me. Why? Because you're going to learn something. Why? Because everything you talk about is probably going to get devoured very easily. And something in your spirit tells you that. It tells you, don't fuck with this one. Don't do it, right? Yeah, no shit. Growth is scary. It's why majority of this world stays stagnant for like 34 years, doing the same shit, working the same job every fucking day, 9 to 5, 40 years of your life in a rotated cycle. Just a projection of the rotated cycle that we've been on spiritually for eons and eons. Ridiculous. So, to anybody who wants to talk about free will, understand your free will has been compromised. Understand most humans don't know shit because you don't know your options. You've been given 2 options to choose from, and you're not even choosing them correctly because you're supposed to be creating your next existence within the existence you already are in. You know how powerful that is? You know how powerful that is? That's why there's a lot of earthbound spirits. Why do you think ghosts stick around? Because they didn't create the shit that they needed to create. And technically, hell is one of the lowest forms of realms with the lowest vibrations, yes. And most people don't even live on that vibe. Listen, oh my God, do I have to explain this shit? I guess I do. I guess I do have to explain this shit. Because how do you know people think this way? Because unfortunately, I'm like a humanic medium. In a sense that I can feel the collectiveness of humanity. Ugh! You know what a burden that is on the human vessel? Fuck. Fuck is right. Especially when people think they know everything and they don't want to listen to the guidance that you're given. So, it is what it is. But what was I saying? Okay. You guys, please use your brains when you read the Bible, okay? I don't care if you're a Satanist or a fucking Christian. Use your brains when you read the biblical book. Please use your brain. And I understand the brain only makes connections, and then once the connection is made, you can too make the connection. That's what we're here doing. You hurt my third eye. Like, humanity as a whole hurts the fuck out of my third eye. Seriously. Okay, so let's talk about sin. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. All you people think you don't even know what the fuck sin is. Really, you don't. You think you do, but you don't. So, the biblical book tells you that you are born in a world of sin. Meaning you are born in a realm of lower frequency, lower vibration. Lower frequency and lower vibration is shit like pain, suffering, anger, hate. These are all, okay, and you can feel this shit within your vessel, okay? All of us humans can feel these things, and we all know being angry is a low frequency. It's irritating to your body, you know? It's a way different feeling than being happy, correct? I mean, come on, can we process this together? Okay. What else did I say? What's another low frequency? There's a lot of them, but there's one, like being aggravated, frustrated, stressed. Okay, you can feel all this shit. The energy feels differently to you. Why? Okay, emotions are energy in motion. That is all emotions are, people. When you learn to decipher this, I swear that you will upgrade yourself so much differently. Like, you truly will upgrade yourself more fast, I guess I would say. More fast when you understand shit like this. So you are born in a realm that thrives off of low frequencies. Now, whether you have like people call them demons, people call them the elite, you can call them aliens, you can call them beings that feed, they're lower beings. You can call them whatever the fuck you want to call them. I don't care. Okay? I don't care, and neither do they. The spiritual world does not give a damn about your people's term and definitions. I assure you of that. I assure you of that. The fact that you guys hold on to that shit like it's gonna get you somewhere is ridiculous. I'm sorry people taught you to be like that, but it's ridiculous. Like, relax a little bit with that term and definition shit. And listen, I'm a paralegal, so I am all for term and definition in this physical world. Especially when you're speaking to rational people or masculine mind people. You have to use shit like this for them to understand anything. Pretty pathetic to me. But that's most humans. That's most humans. So where was I going with this? Okay, so lower frequency. We live in a lower frequency realm, obviously. That's why we're flesh, and we fell, and you forget where you come from. You forget from the higher frequency realms that you come from. And this is where things happen instantaneously. In realms that are of higher frequency, there is no like waiting. It just is. You know that it's there, and it is. So this lower frequency planet in which we exist, it's more of a game. It's more of a game to keep you guys coming back here to feed off you. Your energy when you're in a vessel. They trick you. They do trick you. I don't know how it all happened. I mean, come on. Like I said, my information comes in bits and pieces, and I don't know everything. But I know more than many. So, let's get into the sinning. And that's what sin is. That's why you're born into a sinful world. Or you're born of sin, so they say. You're not born of sin. You're just born in a sin, low frequency, vibration, dimension realm. That is what you are born into. And why? Because the 10 Commandments are not the first covenant of the divine. They are not the first covenant of the divine. The universal divine law that was ignited, I guess I would say, for some reason I'm looking for I was going to say created, but I want to say ignited, because through expansion, these things were naturally ignited. I know, it's hard to understand. So, 10 Commandments are nowhere in fuck the first covenant to humanity. That's a bull-faced fucking lie that you people have been telling these people on this planet. And that's facts. That is facts. So anyway, people are going to get so mad about that, but that's facts. And did I ever do... I want to say I did a video once on the 10 Commandments and Moses in the direction that he was getting to write these commandments. First of all, your 10 Commandments are earthbound. They are earthly commandments. Okay? You're not supposed to be worldly or earthly. Why the fuck you following commandments that are? And then saying God gave them to you. Yeah, bullshit. Not the right God. Not the right one. And yes, there are more than one God in that biblical book. Dum-dums, you just don't see it because you're disconnected and you're believing man-made interpretation. Please. I don't want to get into all that, but okay. Anyway, so you're born in a low vibration frequency planet, which is sin. That's what sin is. That's all sin means. Low vibration, low frequency, okay? You connect to this lower frequency, you go to the realm that holds the lowest density and the lowest frequency. That's it. The energy that you reside with most while you are alive, if you do not create your realm intentionally and consciously and willingly, which none of you motherfuckers do, because you think that when you die, you just go somewhere or something's going to happen to you and you have no authority to create where your next movement is. That's a lie. That is a lie. That's such a lie. But... so, yeah, that's what it means to be born in sin. That's really all it means to be born in sin. And then, why do you have the 10 Commandments to say, you know, if you follow this, if you listen to these rules, then you won't be sinful, okay? Okay, but then look at the 10 Commandments. What are they? They say so murder, that's a sin. One of the worst sins you could do. But what is it? It's a low frequency, low vibrational action. Okay? That keeps you bounded to low frequency realm in which you, one, already exist within, and two, the next realm where you're going to go is matching that frequency that you're residing within your existence on this realm. What's the next one? Cheating. Now, cheating on your spouse. Well, because okay, so being a liar, breaking a covenant, all these things. And it's more so than the hurt that it brings the other person. And I'm sorry to say this, people, but it is. It's more so the guilt and shame that it brings to the person who did it. Because you carry that around with you. And what is shame and guilt? Low vibrational frequencies. And if you reside in these frequencies your entire fucking life, like the church likes to have you reside in them, because they're over here pretending like they are God of this realm, just like your politicians, everything else. That's true. That is true. They keep you in that shame and that guilt. They do. It's why a lot of people who grew up with religious parents, religious grandparents, over religious, and not even, I don't even think you have to be overly religious to bring shame and guilt on your children, because you have no understanding what sin actually is and what it actually means. So you are constantly bringing shame and guilt on your children. Oh, don't think about sex when you're 13. You'll go to hell. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's a normal, natural thing to think about for a human being. It's a part of the human experience. You come out of the gate shaming your children. Your children do not even get to grow into adulthood before you shame and guilt them for their natural human nature. Because you are living in a low vibrational, dimensional frequency and realm. Okay? And people are programmed to be within that vibration consistently. Because if you are in that vibration consistently, you go to what they call hell, or a lower realm, because there's many realms that have lower frequencies. It's not just hell. And that's where they get the 7 things of hell. Because, yes, it's not just hell. It's not just hell, it's just a place of lower fucking frequency and energy. And you're lost there because you don't know how you got there. Because you're not realizing that it was your entire existence and your frequency existence on this planet that trajected you to the next way of your energy. The next transmutation and transformation of your energy. So I'm really going to start talking about this shit. How humans' free will has been compromised. Energy transmutation, energy transfer. Shit that we do on a daily basis that people are so unaware of and do not recognize. So yes, lifting your vibration, healing, not feeling shame and guilt. These are really important. Why Yeshua is the healer. Why he comes with this information. Yeshua never told you there was an external God. Ever. God is within. Okay? And that legacy has been throughout history. People have known this shit. Okay? So I don't care. You don't have to believe that Yeshua, and I'm always going to say Yeshua because that's his name. You don't have to believe he was a real person on this earth. Okay? That's never going to inhibit or hinder my personal relationship. Okay? Because Yeshua led me to Michael, who then I was led to Michael, and I've always worked with Michael. Michael is my number one. Then I met Gabriel. Then from Gabriel, I met Ariel, Metatron, and then Raphael. Okay, so after I met Jesus, I went through initiations with my angelics. Okay? A lot of people don't like to talk about this because they like to be pretenders on the spiritual world. So my walk led me to being initiated with Michael, then through Gabriel, then through Raphael, and then through Uriel. Once I had my 4 point of initiations within the angelic realms, I started meeting other deities, such as, well, Kalima only came here when I lived here. But Queen of Carthage, I think, was one of my first deities that really came to me, and I worked with her for a long time. And then from her, I did meet Princess Diana, or I had a little like, okay, people need to understand, every time I go through an initiation within, I don't summon shit. Okay? I don't summon shit. Things come to me, I don't go to them. When I am ready to get to my next level or learn a specific concepts, reasonings, messages to teach and to integrate, I work with specific deities for a specific time period. But then once I work with that deity or that entity for a specific time period, I can always call on them. Our bond is there. Our initiation was made. We have a sealement together, right? So I can always call on them once they're kind of not necessarily done with me, because they're not like, okay, bitch, you're done. I'll never talk to you again. That's not how it works. But they teach me and they spend time with me. And I usually work with one deity at a time, one entity at a time, sometimes a couple, but that's only really when it's with the angels. I will only group them together when it's with the angels. If I'm working with, sometimes like I've worked with different goddesses at the same time for specific reasonings. But usually I work with them one-on-one at first. Before then I start, once they come to me, and I understand who they are, what they're here to teach me, because I do make things explain what the fuck they need with me. Listen, you ain't just gonna walk into my space and think I'm talking to you. That's why I don't get fucked with on the astral realm, because I don't. Not the way that these motherfuckers do. And I'm absolutely protected. It's just who I am. My contracts in my life, I don't know. I feel like you all can call in your protection. You just don't. You just don't. And you can ask for things like guidance, signs, whether you pray or whether you manifest or whether you do affirmations, it's all the same. It's words breathing life. So it's all the same. It truly is. But yeah, so I guess I go through different initiations with these deities or entities or whatever you want to call them, spirits. I don't care what you call them. They don't give a fuck. They personally don't care. I've never met a deity that's like, you better call me God. No, they don't even talk like that. It's only human bullshit. Such human bullshit. Now, there are deities that are lower entities and lower deities or lower frequency spirits that don't want you to ascend because they need to feed you off your lives. People, you and the vessel are so much stronger than the supernatural world. It's unbelievable how you get so scared when the supernatural world approaches you. And it's a natural thing for humans to do, because one, the unknown scares us, and two, the unseen, that shit's scary. I never want to box something I can't see. Like, come on, think about it. Like, how the fuck is that a fear? Like, you can see me, but I can't see you. That's scary. It brings fear up, So there are things that do keep you from growing with your real deities. That's why they tell you, that's all bad, that's all evil, that's all blah, 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 fucking blah. They're lying. And that's why one of my biggest problems with people in the New Age community or Christian community, I can't stand. One of the biggest things I cannot stand is like Doreen Virtue. Sorry, Doreen, I can't stand you. And I'll tell you for many fucking reasons why. As many people and supporters you had, you have proven to me you didn't understand too much. Okay? 2, how easy was it for the fraudulent Jesus? Because yes, all entities can transform. Okay? It is based, and they transform based on what you believe. Mind is everything. Okay? And these entities or spirits or energy or whatever the hell term you want to give them can tap into you. Okay, they can. So they know what you're afraid of. What is a Christian's worst fear? Seriously, what is a Christian's worst fear? Satan. So they can transform into the things that you fear the most. Whether those things are of illusion, of non-existence, it does not matter. They can form into your fears. But it's still based on you. Okay? So all that shit like, the spiritual world doesn't work that way. Satan's not real. Devils aren't real. Yeah, bitch. The spiritual world operates off of the fears that are embedded in you and your mentality. So whatever is real to you within your heart, your vessel, and your mind, they can project to you. So be very fucking careful telling people how the spiritual world projects itself. That shit makes me angry. It does make me very fucking angry. And I can't stand talking to people who think that they know more than me. Believe me, I'm an intuitive motherfucker. Every time the divine has sent me somebody in my physical to teach me, I know every time when somebody's here to teach me, or they know more than me about a specific subject. Every time. I don't need to guess. Does this person know more than me? No, bitch. I know if you know more than me. I know exactly why you're in my presence, to teach me and and that's the thing. I think it's laughable when the divine sends me to people and they're like, they want to claim like they know all this shit and yet they can't make connections. It's like, really? Because the divine sent me to be the catalyst in your growth, and you're about to get your ass leveled up. But we don't have to talk about it. It's still going to take place. And I'm ready to shake shit up. I've just had enough. I've had enough of people in all realms. Religious sectors, spiritual sectors, demonologists, witches. I've just had enough of people talking on the supernatural world and only seeing it from one perspective, and that's their own. Again, my mediumship comes with wisdom, and I have a hindsight where I can see all of your perspectives and make connections for you, since you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to build the networks. You don't want to do the collaborations. You don't. And that's fine. Divine's going to do it with or without you, so it doesn't really matter to me. Which is one of the reasons why they got me wanting to do a new channel, and I am doing a new channel. Because I'm not going to put my personal opinion in it, one. Just not. I'm only giving the messages. Two, I'm not talking about religious doctrine or dogma on my shit. It puts me in a bad energy. It gets me in a bad mood. It is low fucking vibrational, okay? And I take on vibrations like a motherfucker. We all do. Difference between me and most, I can discern that they're not mine. I can discern what is my energy and what is not my energy. I can discern those things. But that took a lot of time and a lot of working with my guides. Okay? Everybody has a divine team. Everybody has a divine team. Okay? Who your divine team is, I don't know. I would have to do, and even me, like, even if I was to do readings for people, like, to find your divine teams, I'm not gonna listen. You guys got a lot of legions in ancestry and entities and spirits that protect you. You do. Everybody does. Okay? It might not seem like it because we go through a lot of shit on this realm, but sometimes we have to go through those things to start calling out to these things. You know what I mean? Ask and receive. The universe can only answer you if you ask. They can only give you what you ask for. A lot of people talk like soft, negative shit. Stop saying, on this planet, please stop saying you're broke. Do not go around, I ain't got no money. I'm broke. I ain't got no money. Stop fucking saying, I don't give a fuck if that is your truth. Stop saying it. Stop living in that alignment. I understand. Believe me, I do not come from money. I do not come from money. I still don't have like a lot of money, but all my bills are paid. All my bills are paid and all my debt is taken care of. Okay? And for that, I'm good. That's all I've ever wanted. I don't want to worry. I mean, yes, do I want more? Of course, everybody does. And not really because I'm greedy. I just don't ever want to worry. Like, I told my boyfriend the other day, like, the only thing I want in life is a stress-free life. Like, I don't... if somebody was like, what would change your entire life? What would change your entire life? I would never say billions of dollars. I would never say that because I'm not dumb. I would say I want a stress-free life. And then whatever comes to make that life come about is what comes. Because you could have $1 billion and still have a stressful motherfucking life. I want a stress-free life. Worry-free life. As much as humanly possible. Just like when people ask me, many people, well, what's your dream job? Who the fuck dreams of a job? Like, who the fuck? If you are living in, like, no limitations and you could dream of anything, are you really dreaming about a job? No. And if I was going to answer what is my dream job, it'd be making money in my fucking sleep. That's my dream job, okay? That is my dream job. Sorry. I'm just realist. I am a realist when it comes to not having limitations on oneself. So, I just want to talk about that. Stop talking about free will. Because most of you guys don't even understand your free will has been compromised. You are given 2 options, maybe a few options out of millions. And then you think you have the ability to freely choose. You don't have the ability to freely choose if you were not giving all the choices. Man, come on with my philosophy, people. Like, come on. Intellect, to me, is everything. Why? Because the mind creates. Okay? There's no body without a mind. Okay? Mind is number 1. Mind, body, spirit combination. You can say this is the Trinity. Masculine, feminine, vessel. That's the Trinity. There's many ways to say this is the Trinity. Yeshua was only an example of masculine, feminine energy in balance. Therefore, he did many things. Right? He said many people will do the shit that I do. Sorry that most of you motherfuckers in modern day Christianity don't get it yet. It's nobody else's problem but your own. And you walk in with a false teacher. And it's about a personal relationship. You keep going to these churches and hear man-made interpretation. And, you gotta be around like-minded people. Yeah, you gotta be around low-level motherfucking thinking the frequency people that are creating shit that are gonna end up in the place that they're so afraid of because they are low energetic frequency beings and they don't get it yet. They don't get it yet. Sin is not what you people think it is. Sin is nothing but a energy. It's a low vibrational frequency energy that's in existence continuously. That is what it is. That's why you're told, do not participate in actions that bring you to this frequency. Because once you participate in actions that bring you to this frequency and you continue those actions, you will continuously live in said frequency. And where the frequency you live in on this realm, you will be trajected to. Especially when you are not creating your own next positioning or lifetime or realm, wherever you want to go. And you could only know that you have that ability if you were a higher frequency being. Most people would be like, that's not true. That's not how it works. Really? Who told you that shit? Who told you that shit? Did the angels come down and tell you that shit? I guarantee you they fucking didn't. You're a lying asshole if you're going to tell me otherwise. God. Talk about being a medium. True mediums, it is a curse to your life. It is a curse to my life to have to help people who I feel like are so low. Like, is it really my fault that these people are low? Yeah, it's not even their fault. They tell me it's not even your fault. Why? Because your free will has been compromised. Therefore, I should show compassion on you. And when I do, abundance will pour. That's my curse. I gotta figure it out. I'm trying. I really am trying. All right, so I guess I'm going to leave it here today. I just wanted to kind of ramble on about how many people in the supernatural world, no matter how long you studied or what a medium you are, you never talk about how motherfucking the free will of humanity has been compromised. Let's make it a conversation, people. Please. Jesus.